was the focus of Judah Maccabees' war? Was it to take down Greece?
No, they weren't. They didn't invade Greece and try to take it over.
No. They went after the temple, right? So they were trying to restore proper worship.
Right.
Okay, you look at Yeshua. What did Yeshua do? Did Yeshua teach his disciples to take down Rome?
No.
Is that where he was going with his ministry? No. What did he do? The most violent act he did was in his father's temple, trying to get worship cleaned up. Okay? So when I look at what's going on around us, yes, it'd be super easy to say, I'm going to go fight this battle. I'm going to go over to Washington, D.C. I'm going to join the protesters, and I'm going to get all involved with that. That is not what Yeshua did. That is not what his example is. And neither is it an example of people like Judah Maccabee or people that are praised in the scriptures and who have Yah's blessing. Okay, so there is one who is going to do that final. He's going to take over the entire world. There will be a new world system someday, and it's going to have Yeshua as Yeshua is going to be the king. He's going to bring his Melchizedek administration. He's going to put all his enemies under his feet. That is going to be a fantastic day that we want to be there for. We want to be present for. Right. We are going to just melt with joy, and it's going to be so wonderful. And don't forget that's coming, Israel. Don't forget it. What do we do right now? So what is the best use of our time right now? What are we called to do? A lot of people are like, I want to save America so that my kids and grandkids can have a good place to live. I'm sorry, but that's not going to happen here. This is a dark, dark, dark planet. It's not going to get cleaned up until Yeshua comes. So what should you be spending your time doing? Teaching your children how to get off the Titanic onto the lifeboat. Now, as I say later on in here, that doesn't negate the fact that Yahovah, has people in high positions of government that are his people to do certain things for his will, okay? So I'm not saying that he doesn't have, people in power to help hold back the winds until it's the appointed time for them to not be there anymore so that the wind can blow, because all these things have to happen in order for the king to come back. So the only solution here is for the king to come back. He is the rightful king. There is no human person that is going to be in power anywhere in the world that is going to make this a safe place for our children and our grandchildren. Ain't gonna happen. There's no government that is going to be so pure that it's going to give righteous judgments. Here, it's not going to happen. Only Yeshua he is our deliverer. He is our refuge. He is the one who's going to come and make everything right, and it's going to be an incredible day. He's going to come on his white horse, and he's going to throw the dragon into the abyss and put all the enemies under his feet, as in squish them, as in destroy them. That's what that means, okay? It means like an ant, okay? You squish the ant, you get rid of it. Done. Gone. And then when Yahovah comes in the 8th millennium, then it will be completely cleaned up.
That was really good for me to remember that the focus of the story, like the Maccabees, was the temple.
Right.
And that, so as Melchizedek priests, most of us are not called to be the king, to be the president, or something like that, or even the governor.
Right.
But we're called to be Melchizedek priests, and our job our concern is the temple. Not to clean up the White House or to clean up the Capitol building or that, but to clean the temple.
Right.
Yeah.
And the temple's right here in our heart.
Yeah, which is also good news because unlike the temple in Jerusalem, that the temple now is not accessible.
Right.
To the
right.
Bad guys.
To the bad guys. It is only if you allow it to be accessible through demon possession, basically.
Right.
Or things like Christmas.
Right. But if we own it and we do our job and we keep it clean, they can't touch it.
As a Melchizedek priest, we're supposed to be helping the scattered get onto the lifeboat and not try to save the Titanic. Trump can't fix it. Republicans can't fix it. Patriots can't fix it. It's a disaster. It's a complete disaster, and it needs the king. And we all know that. I'm just reminding your heart of that. So, of course, this hope doesn't, and knowing doesn't mean that we don't fight against the evil that presents its ugly head in front of us. So if we have evil presented to us right then, of course we fight it. It doesn't mean that we don't cry out for him to save us from our present trouble. It doesn't mean we just sit back and accept evil done to us. I'm just saying that we must be careful what we do with our time and where, what battle we're fighting, okay? Spend your time doing things that will last for a great reward. Lay your plans at his feet, ask that his will be done, and then let them go, and then start working on them, okay?
Yeah, I think you mentioned earlier when we were talking that the battles that will be remembered for eternity are not the battle for the White House.
No.
Or for an election.
No. No one in the world to come, no one in the universe is going to come up to you and go, hey, that was a great stand you took there in Rome or in Greece or in the White House. No, they're going to be interested in how you took a stand for Yehovah. Your fame is going to be known across the universe for what you have accomplished for Yehovah during this war.